You know, if these robots come from all around the world, wouldn't it be easier to keep track of them if we just named them after the places they came from? So, for example, Night Man could be maybe Great Britain Man, and that guy with the spears might be Japan Man. Okay, it's kind of stupid, but it worked for Battle Network, and it's easier to pronounce. And Wind Man, let's see, we've got Power-Up I'm not going to collect, we've got Architecture I don't recognize. Give me something to work with here, guys. We've got Wind! Yes, we have Wind! Wind is everywhere. Oh, but there were pandas, and pandas means he could be China Man. Maybe not. Here's a reason to use special weapons. In fact, this entire stage is really a good excuse to use special weapons. That's cool, but annoying. This whole section through here. Actually, to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of Windman. Oh, it's funny because it's a pun. Yes, there is a lot of fun show-offery to be had, but honestly, I'm not very fond of the music, or the visuals, or the design, or the terrifying near-death experience, or the choppy video that diminishes my credibility as a guy who can get through this without using save states. I couldn't even fly high enough to make it onto the sledge here, but that's a completely unrelated problem that has nothing to do with the fact that Windman stage has no redeeming qualities. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo! It's so much fun! I exaggerate, of course. I like this room. And I like the fact that my plant barrier doesn't affect this enemy at all, doesn't even bounce off of him. Maybe the flowers are just for decoration. So, my issues with this stage, while numerous, are relatively minor. One of the big things for me is that there's a preponderance of the same two kinds of enemies, these pandas and the slidey floor enemies, whose name I still can't pronounce. This stage relies too heavily on them for a challenge. This is different, but you can easily stand in your nook of safety and shoot him, so let's get out here in the open and have a little fun with him. Neener, 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 can be if you can. This was fun to choreograph. We'll meet again. Oh, no, we won't. Okay, back to my therapist couch. I have more issues to talk about. The music in this stage is still okay, but it's a little too chipper in comparison with the rest of the soundtrack. It's like a kazoo at a Brahms concert. Or something completely not like that. We're underground? In an air stage? Why? Ow! Why? Why are you banging my head against the roof? That hurts! Say no to Panda! It also gets me that Windman is hands down the easiest boss in the game, yet if you come here first, you can't get all of the power-ups, and a lot of the enemies who are above you or invincible are way more annoying to deal with. Stop banging your head against things! It looks like fun. And it is fun. Finally, this stage's color scheme doesn't really do anything for me. Lazy color scheme. Here's an interesting parallel. In Mega Man 5, Gyro Man, an air boss, is taken down by a flash weapon. In Mega Man 6, Wind Man, an air boss, is taken down by a flash weapon. Flash! Why am I talking like Captain Kirk? And not even a good Captain Kirk, like William Shatner's Ford stunt double. So I'm avoiding damage by constantly moving to the opposite side of the room. No, yes! Yes! Ha! Guess I really knocked the wind out of him. He lost, I win! Tussle with me and you'll wind up dead. That second one really didn't work, did it? Snack break! Mega Man, open my bag of chips. Thanks, dude. Unconventional. But I was hungry. Windman joins the ranks of Heatman and Crush Crawfish as a Mega Man boss whose special weapon really doesn't resemble what gets used in battle, but it's still a lot of fun, and I will show it off extensively. Before I go to Mr. X, I have a couple of other letters to collect. Today, the letter E is brought to you by the letter Y for Yam Man. Whoa. This is different from before. When did that mountain get there? Oh, it's been there. But the background is different. Nice new color. I love it when I use Robot Master's weapons against their own minions when I'm revisiting a stage. I also love how Windstorm flings enemies through the ceiling, but can't travel through walls. There's nothing down there! Quit wasting my weapon energy! Nobody's gonna fault you if you blow all your Windstorm energy on stupid fun. I don't even know what I was gonna say there. Insert your own commentary. Or don't. I have a secret to disclose. I'm invincible, or so it seems. I don't know if it's just poor programming, or if they wanted to fake you out. Either way, I'm having fun with Windstorm. The only trouble is that the enemies that you kill, with only like one or two exceptions, don't leave you power-ups, because they get carried away somewhere, and You know, just don't think of other people when you get carried away. You don't leave them any presents. Alright, brace yourself for the most challenging enemy in the game. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I'm ashamed! Where are you? Come back! Give me a real challenge. Huh, yeah! I was gonna give you a name and everything, call you Luke. 'Cause you're a Skywalker. Oh, that's right. You don't even get a good bad pun. I'm disappointed in you. Sure, there have been other Mega Man enemies who have failed to live up to their full potential, but for you, I'm not gonna let it slide. Stop sliding. It's not a big deal, but if you've redesigned one of the coolest and trickiest enemies from the previous game, and made him wimpier, and only put him in once, in a spot where you can scroll him off the screen very easily, then what's the point? What was the point of that? Well, I know what that was. That was danger for danger's sake. In the absence of a freezing weapon like Ice Slasher, sometimes you need to get a little creative in taking out shielded enemies. At least if you're as impatient a gamer as I am. Also, I'm a little lazy, so I don't even feel like flying up there now. Bye. How fortunate. I love it when a seemingly bottomless pit connects to what's logically below. Okay, we can go back up there, I guess. Now, normally you'd have to refight Yamato Man if you were to come back here a second time, but, I've already done that for you, so I will be able to, just march straight through here, and he'll already be defeated, which, amazingly, in all of these videos I've done so far, I've never shown you what happens if you revisit a stage and you've already defeated the boss. Wow. I think that's about all the secrets. No. Subliminal message. Eat. Okay, so I'll go back to Tomahawk Man stage, beat him up a second time, and get the letter B to spell beat. My little attack bird companion will then join me. Except, I'm not taking you with me. I'm sorry, you've already seen this place. There's no new gameplay. The background's different, it's pretty, but I can show you that in the inevitable bonus video! So I'll go do that while you're not looking. Okay, I'm back. Now let's destroy algebra! Curse you, X, and your variable friend, Y! Ooh, pretty background. I like the moon and the stars and the cityscape. It's one of my favorites. Ooh, clever use of windstorm. I like the... yeah, never mind. This is what I call shooting from the hip. Wait a moment, I have a new weapon. I need to show you beat. So... beat! Come on, go get him. Attack. What are you doing? Stop wiggling! Did I collect too many letters and spell retreat? Do your job! See, in Mega Man 5, Beat is worth all the extra effort required to collect the letters that build him. Beat can damage virtually every enemy in the game, including bosses, and he even does an appreciable amount of damage to some of them. That's not really the case here. Beat's more of a fallback in case you run out of Centaur Flash. Ooh, No, that is way too dangerous. That will kill me, and I will not put myself in unnecessary risk. Not in this game. In this instance, I could use Beat, but it's safer, faster, and just about as energy efficient to use Centaur Flash. So, Beat, I hate to tell you, you're adopted. They're redundant. I appreciate that this castle kicks off with a well-designed vertical section. The temptation is to stick with Jet Adapter the whole time, so you don't need to keep switching weapons, but don't do that. It's not terribly effective, and really, this is just more stylish. Oh yeah. I like this stage, but it makes me wonder where we are, that A, I can walk so effortlessly on air, and B, we have 11 moons. I've been keeping count, and 12. We don't have a dozen moons orbiting the Earth, nor do we have that many planets just flagrantly chilling in the night sky. And I'm pretty sure we don't have celestial crunchberries in this galaxy. So, where are we? The answer is, oh look, pretty moons. Bottom line, it's cool. Just like not fighting enemies and instead letting them pile up to bring out a rare instance of sprite flicker, which is easily remedied if you feel like it. It's nice to know that you don't have to go around shooting and wasting your weapon energy. Okay, this stage officially has my favorite backgrounds in the game. These are the flashing lights I wanted at the end of Mega Man 4. I'm so excited! And this is an alternate path. But how do we get here? I don't want to show you. No, don't make me do it! It's over. Biff, that challenge, while lucrative, is representative of those sudden spikes in difficulty I mentioned. Like the, hey, I hit you! Tricky jump for the one-up in Drill Man stage, there's no room for error. Kapow! Worse yet, you're effectively on a powie timer. It's demanding and clonk, unforgiving, but it may just be worth it, bam, for this. awesomely creepy. 4 heads and a duffel brick? Let's see what other surprises Mr. Excessive has in store for us. This boss, or I should say these bosses, are vulnerable to Flame Blast, but because that's too easy, I'll be doing things slightly more difficultly, and using Yamato Spear. Oh yes, I said Yamato. This is a poor decision. These enemies are only vulnerable in a small portion of their sides, and the spear is hardly a precision weapon. However, rapid fire works really well on them because they don't have an invincibility period when you hit them like other bosses, and also, power adapter makes them change direction entirely. So in this case, you don't really need to worry about dodging them if you have the right weapon and approach. A strong offense is an I don't need to worry about defense. Well, that's enough for this video, 3 stages, I think that's my limit, so the end will cap off right here. And we're still going. Why is there more stage? Oh well, as they say in the business, the show-offery must go on. And so it does. But where am I? Mildly sneaky. You know what's really handy here? The energy balancer. And also brains. I like that they brought back the false floor, false wall trap from Mega Man 2 and 5. It's nice, but not as nice as this. I am really enjoying... Oh no! No! Messing with you, and messing with the enemies. Oh no, and messing with you again. Got some fun physics through here. Try sliding around a lot and changing directions. And watch my feet very carefully here. But standing on air for just a second. Just an aside, Mega Man always looked a slight bit effeminate in this outfit. I don't know what it is, it just slims him down at the waist or something. Hey, let me out. Ooh, a hard hat and a power-up. That's what that pit needs. Is it strange that I'm concocting ways to make this game more difficult? Well, maybe not. More interesting, I think, is more accurate. I like this stage well enough, and I appreciate that it is strictly horizontal. Blam! That there's no place anywhere where it scrolls up or down a screen, so it's unique, slightly unique in that respect. But there's a lot of missed potential. That section with the falling bricks should have had a panda or something shooting at us, and we keep seeing these same pairs of enemies all over the place, and the level architecture itself isn't all that exciting. I could switch away from Beat now. It was nice to kick butt with him just a little bit, but this is more fun. And this section here, just up until the boss door, if you look really carefully, is rather reminiscent of the first Sigma stage in Mega Man X, the lead-in to the boss chamber there. Compare them. I think you might be pleasantly surprised at how similar they are. However, you will be unpleasantly surprised at how poorly I do on this boss battle. This is kind of embarrassing, actually. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not as polished as the rest of my shenanigans in this video. I never used to like Tomahawk that much because I always thought it was too difficult to aim, so I never put in enough practice to get really good with it. I've certainly gotten a lot better since my younger days, but I'm still doing a fair amount of blind firing, so if you do too much of that, you run out, and then you have to resort to close quarters night crush or maybe jet adapter, which is not good, but it works. Finally, let's put an end to my reign of error.